Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is January 28, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. First off, we're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. And what you'll notice here is that the futures were trading higher this morning. Right around 3 o'clock in the morning, they were above 1785 per contract. However, the durable good orders were just released. It looks like durable good orders coming in much worse than expected. I guess they fell 4.3% in the month of December, and this caused the market to really just plunge lower. Now the futures are up about $2.75 on the session. So again, they are rebounding just a little bit here, but nonetheless, not pretty economic data. This is not a pretty picture, and the markets continue to really sludge here so far in 2014. Not the perennial January effect, as everybody likes to call it. So, again, be a little bit on the cautious side today, but there should be good trading opportunities out here. There are tons and tons of stocks in motion, and we're going to get to those in just a minute. But real quickly, just to cover the Asian markets last night, most of Asia finished slightly lower. You did have the Shanghai Composite, I believe, finish higher by about a quarter of 1%. So Shanghai did manage to scratch out a positive gain. The Nikkei was down about just a little bit less than 0.2 of 1%. The Bombay Sensex Index was down about 0.1 of 1%. Oh, I take that back. I think the Singapore Straits Times did carve out a positive gain last night. That was higher by about 0.6 of 1%. So all in all, a mixed bag of tricks in Asia, but nothing terrible last night. As for Europe today, Europe is holding steady for the most part. The German DAX is up about 0.2 of 1%. So is the London FTSE 100. Remember, England can print their own money. So Europe is holding up okay, but that could change rather quickly once the U.S. markets open. One thing I will say about the U.S. markets today, though, you do get a sense that they're a bit oversold. So a lot of traders may be watching a short-term oversold condition for a short-term bounce. Let's take a look at some stocks in the news. We're going to have to start off with the biggest one out of them all, which is Apple Inc. Apple plunged last night after reporting earnings. The stock closed yesterday at 550 and a half. Today it's trading at basically 509. Did trade as low as almost got down to 500. I do have gap levels for Apple, so come on over to the chat room. They will be posted up in the chat room right around 9 o'clock, so we will watch for those numbers. Rent-A-Center, RCII is the ticker symbol. This stock closed at $31.22. It's trading at $26.17. This is another equity that is just getting annihilated. I do have some gap levels for this one, and I think they're going to be pretty good. So, again, come on over to the chat room. We'll have those gap levels for you. They'll be posted up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Ticker symbol CHEF, which stands for Chef. So Chef Wholesale is getting hit today as well. Right now, this stock is trading, I guess, around 24 bucks. There's not much volume in on this one, so you got to be a little bit careful with it. But we will have gap levels for this equity. Let's go over to Cleveland Cliffs. This is another stock we're going to have a gap play for. Cleveland Cliffs catching a soaring bid today, closed at 1940. It's now trading at 22.20. All on the back of an institutional investor hedge fund buying in on the company and saying a bunch of comments. So we'll see how that plays out, but I will have some resistance levels for you for a scalp short coming up. So again, we have a lot of gaps in play today. Hopefully you make it over to the chat room by 9 o'clock in the morning, and they'll be posted up there. Let's take a look at Corning today. Corning on the weaker side. Stock closed at 18.22. Today it is trading at 17.50. I do have two levels for you. 17.25 could give you a quick scalp on Corning. You can't look for too much. And then after that, if Corning really declined today, and I don't expect this, but you never know, watch the 14.50 level. Corning will have very, very good support there. Let's take a look at Ford Motor. Stock is trading at $16 today. It closed at $15.71. They did report earnings. Traded up a little bit higher. I really have a hard time seeing Ford really get above $16.80 today. So more than likely, if it does sell off, watch the $14.60 level, maybe $14.50 level. I like that level for Ford if it does get down there. If it moves to the upside, watch $16.80. I really can't see it go much higher than that. Let's take a look at DR Horton. I think the ticker symbol here is DHI. This is a home builder. They did report earnings. Stock closed at $21 yesterday. It did trade above 22 briefly, now trading at 21.65. By some chance, if the stock gets up to 23.73, that should be pretty good intraday resistance. If by some chance the stock falls down to $19.80, that should be pretty good intraday support. Those are the best levels that I have for this equity at the moment. Next one on the docket here is Seagate Technologies. You know the company, the disk drive maker. I will say this, that Seagate right now trading down from yesterday's close, which was 58.05. Today it's trading at 54.65. I will have gap levels for this equity. So again, those will be posted up in the chat room. In sympathy to Seagate, you could often watch Western Digital come into play as well. Today, Western Digital is trading down at around 83.75. Watch the $79 level for Western Digital. Okay, Western Digital gets down to 79 bucks. That's your level to take a scalp. It might even be 79.10 if for those of you that are a little bit more aggressive. But I think $79 is where you could look for an intraday scalp bounce on Western Digital. Okay, scalp is nothing more than a quick day trade. All right, you're not looking to marry the stock all day long. You're only looking to marry it for 10 to 30 minutes. Okay, that's what a scalp is. All right, let's take a look here at the next stock on my list, Pfizer, PFE. Looks like Pfizer's chopping and slopping. The stock's going to be in a range. The upside of the range will be around 31.55. I don't see the stock going any higher than that today. In fact, if you want to short it there for a scalp short, you can do it at 31.55. Again, it's trading off the lows. It closed at 29.66, trading at 30.30. I don't really see much upside. If the stock does fall, watch 28.36 for support. But right now, 31.55 is the big resistance level. Let's take a look at DuPont, ticker symbol DD. And you'll see this is trading up a little bit as well. It closed at 60.24. Right now it's trading at 60.90. There's nothing I would do with DuPont one way or the other. Wouldn't buy it, wouldn't sell it. I don't even have a great level until 65.65, 65.70 for a short scalp. So there's no play on DuPont. If it comes back down, a level I do like, by some chance, if it does happen to fall, would be $54.60. I know that's a long way away, but I'm going to give you that level right now. $54.60. That would be a level where I would be interested in scalping DuPont to the long side. But we can see we're not near either one of those levels at the moment, so we'll have to keep that one on the radar if it does plunge or if it does pop. And I have no idea where it's going right now based on the current pattern that it is showing me. But that's what we have in stock world today. So we'll see how it plays out. Let's take a look at gold. Gold futures right now down $4 to $12.59.30 per ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD, which is a good proxy for gold. It's trading at 121.36. Believe it or not, it's actually trading higher than yesterday's close, and that's because spot gold closes at 130 and the GLD continues to trade to 4 o'clock. So really no problems here with gold from what I could see. It's just going sideways. I would expect to continue to see more of it. Let's take a look at light sweet crude here today. Light sweet crude is trading up by 48 cents to $96.20 a barrel. If we take a look at the USO today, what you're going to see here is that the USO is trading at 34.36 per share. Again, I don't see really anything terrible for oil. I don't see anything great for oil. If the USO got up to 35.60, that's where I think you probably could fade the play on the short side. But right now, there's not a lot we could do with it at these levels. So we're going to sit tight with oil today, nothing to do at the moment. But again, that is where it is trading. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Hopefully we'll see you in the chat room. We'll have a lot of gap plays this morning. And have a great day, and we'll see you on the charts.